What if I told you Chris Evans is already back in the MCU, not as the Captain America you remember, but as a completely different Steve Rogers who's been hiding in plain sight? The latest leaks from Avengers Doomsday suggest his return is bigger, stranger, and far more connected to the multiverse than anyone expected, and it all starts with something called the Luke Cage house. 4 months before Fantastic Four hit theaters, industry insiders whispered that Chris Evans would make a surprise cameo. Early chatter pointed to him reprising Johnny Storm, fitting, since it's a Fantastic Four film and he just appeared as a Johnny Storm variant in Deadpool and Wolverine. But right before the premiere, reliable scoops to My Time to Shine Hello dropped a twist. The cameo wasn't Johnny Storm at all, but a Nomad variant of Steve Rogers from somewhere across the multiverse. The plan was to tease his setup for Avengers Doomsday. That scene, however, was reportedly cut early in production, but the idea of Evans' Nomad Steve Rogers entering the MCU again never went away. Not long after, new behind-the-scenes photos surfaced, aerial drone shots showing blueprints for a mysterious set labeled Luke Cage house. Right away, fans questioned why Luke Cage, a character barely present in the MCU so far, would have his own home featured in Avengers Doomsday. Stranger still, the structure wasn't urban at all, it looked like a secluded log cabin in the middle of nowhere. Now comes the twist. Insiders revealed Luke Cage was actually a codename for Chris Evans during filming. That rustic cabin? It wasn't Luke Cage's at all, it was Steve Rogers' home. And if the leaks are right, this isn't the Cap we said goodbye to in Endgame, it's the Nomad variant hinted at in those cut Fantastic Four plans. One popular theory claims this Nomad is the very same Steve Rogers who returned the Infinity Stones after Endgame, then quietly reunited with Peggy Carter. In that version, he stayed hidden, knowing too much about the dangers ahead, even keeping details from Sam Wilson when passing him the shield. But there's another, simpler explanation. Chris Evans agreed to return because this Nomad won't disrupt the original Steve Rogers arc he holds so dear. Playing an alternate variant means he can step back into the MCU without rewriting the ending fans loved. If there was any hesitation on Chris Evans' part, it may have vanished the moment Robert Downey Jr. decided to return, this time as Dr. Doom. The two actors defined the MCU's first era together, and the chance to reunite for one last high-stakes storyline could have been the push Evans needed. With Downey back in the fold, bringing Steve Rogers even as a Nomad variant suddenly became not just possible, but inevitable. Circle August 27th on your calendar, because rumor has it Marvel's cooking up a second wave of Avengers Doomsday casting announcements, and this isn't just we got new side characters news. We're talking headline-breaking reveals that could shake up the multiverse saga. RDJ officially revealed as Dr. Doom, even though the leaks basically spoiled it already. Scarlett Johansson cameo as Black Widow in a multiverse flashback. Hugh Jackman's Wolverine confirmed for Doomsday in addition to Deadpool and Wolverine. Possibly even Tobey Maguire, and here's where it gets spicy. Multiple industry insiders, including Jeff Snyder, have been hinting that Chris Evans has already signed on, months ago. Snyder said it back in the spring, Evans is locked. At the time, most people thought he meant Johnny Storm for Fantastic Four. But with the Luke Cage house codename now confirmed to be Nomad Steve Rogers? Yeah, the puzzle pieces fit. And it's not just Evans. The August 27th rumors include whispers of RDJ officially revealed as Dr. Doom, even though the leaks basically spoiled it already. Scarlett Johansson cameo as Black Widow in a multiverse flashback. Hugh Jackman's Wolverine confirmed for Doomsday in addition to Deadpool and Wolverine. Possibly even Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield being teased for a Secret Wars lead-up. Some people call these wishlist leaks, but here's why it's hard to dismiss. Marvel loves stacking hype with big public reveals right before or during filming to keep fans glued to social media. And the production timeline lines up perfectly. Avengers Doomsday starts ramping into its full shoot schedule this fall. Announcing Evans now means the set leaks and paparazzi shots hit the internet with maximum buzz. Bottom line, if the August 27th reveal happens, and Evans steps on that stage as Nomad Steve Rogers, Marvel might just officially win the biggest casting comeback crown, at least until Secret Wars. Every time rumors surface about Steve Rogers' return, some worry it might overshadow Sam Wilson's Captain America. But in the comics, Sam and Steve are allies, not rivals, and Kevin Feige has emphasized that Captain America 4 underperformed because it lacked the original Cap, not because of Anthony Mackie. Bringing Steve back as a variant doesn't erase Sam's journey. If anything, it can strengthen it, giving both heroes their moment. Mackie has even hinted at plans for a full trilogy, so Sam's future as Cap remains firmly in place. Here's where it gets crazy. Marvel's already mapping out the post-multiverse era. And that means one thing: recasting is on the table. Think about it, once Secret Wars hits, the MCU can soft reboot any character they want. New Iron Man. New Black Panther. Even a new Steve Rogers for the next decade. But before they swap faces, they want to give the originals one last run. That's why we're getting Hugh Jackman back, Tobey Maguire back, RDJ back, and now Evans. Avengers, Doomsday could be the last time we ever see these actors in these roles. Nomad Steve Rogers isn't just fan service, he's Marvel's bridge between the Infinity Saga and the next generation. His presence lets Marvel pay tribute to the old guard while handing the keys to the new. And if leaks are right, Nomad's arc could set up who takes on the Captain America mantle in the post-reboot world. In other words, Chris Evans isn't just coming back for nostalgia, he's here to pass the torch in style. If the leaks are true, Avengers, Doomsday could give Chris Evans Steve Rogers the perfect send-off, a final adventure that doesn't rewrite his ending in Endgame, but expands it. Much like the Loki series embraced multiple versions of the same hero, the MCU can explore two Caps without diminishing either one. Whether this Nomad is the stone-returning Steve or an entirely different variant, his presence would carry huge emotional weight. For fans, it's not just about bringing Cap back, it's about giving him the farewell he deserves.